All right, we're doing a welcome every single one of you to our Saturday morning training call. I recognize some of you might be here on the replay. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be located in the world. We do have an incredible training call lined up for you today. We're going to have Ambassador Deborah Taylor here right out of the gate. She is getting ready to head to Dubai. She's already been up and sent me pictures of Zoom meetings she's been doing, training. She's in Chicago right now. In fact, Ambassador Deborah, do we have you with us? I'm looking to see here. Oh, there she is. How are you, Ambassador Deborah Taylor?
I am absolutely amazing.
You look
amazing.
radiant. You look like you're glowing.
Oh my God. I've been so busy, but it has definitely been a blessing. Getting ready for Dubai. Yay, my first ambassador trip. So I'm going in early. I was able to get a good rate and I'm staying late. So I'm going to be there probably a good week and a half, almost 2 weeks. I won't get back into my home to November 7th. So I appreciate the opportunity to go. I appreciate that. Now I'm probably not going to do what all those young people do. So you're not going to see me out on riding the dune buggies and all that. I'm too old.
You're not going to bungee jump from the tallest building in the world?
I ain't doing none of that. You know, my bones don't heal as easy as them. So I was thinking, somebody said, "What are you going to do?" I'm not going to do. I'm telling you, I ain't doing all that, but I am excited to go. I know David has some amazing things planned for the ambassadors, him and Adela. And I'm just saying congratulations to you and Gina early for your first baby girl.
Yes.
Yesterday
morning contractions were happening about an hour apart. Then they slowed down, so they didn't continue throughout the day. But it's going to be. We got our bags packed. It's today, tomorrow, next day. It's coming.
It's coming.
She is coming.
I told Gina that first baby girl messes you up, right? My very first granddaughter. She was 28 and she has you met Ava, my great granddaughter.
Sure.
So yesterday she called me and she was on her way to Daytona Beach. And I'm thinking, how are you on your way to Daytona Beach? She said, I went in my back office at Trevorium and I just got an amazing rate. So I just decided to drive down to Daytona Beach. I said, girl, she said, and then we found another amazing rate to go to the DR. So we're going to the DR after Christmas. After Thanksgiving. I'm like, I've created a monster. Right? But she did that the resort. I didn't even know there was a resort style place in Daytona Beach. And she got it for like 200 and something bucks. And on the website, it's 200 and something, almost 300. It's sold out. It's actually a condo style resort place. And so she got it in our back office for like 200 and something bucks. Can you believe that?
Wow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Absolutely amazing. And so I just wanted to say hi to everybody. We have a lot going on in our team. We have a lot going on just in this company. We are constantly hitting momentum. Just this weekend, we have done multiple Zooms. We just got off of one.
Right there.
We're doing multiple Zooms. So we've launched a Saturday Zoom prior to this Zoom. We did one last night, which was packed out. We had one this morning. We're actually launching Chicago today. They're going to be picking me up any minute. So I figure if I stop here, I might as well. So we have a nice growing team in Chicago. Apostle H. Daniel Wilson is here, as well as our 2-star director, Kathy Brown, who's hosting this event. And we already have over 30 some people guests signed up, pre-signed up. So you never know how that's going to turn out. And on top of our partners, I think we have about 11 partners here as well. And so we're definitely excited about that today. And then we have another launch where we're actually releasing Dr. Renee Smith and her husband. They only been in about a month and a half. They both came in, they became directors immediately. They came under Alicia Davis, and then they brought in some, I'm gonna say, heavy hitters. And so they wanted to launch tonight. So we're gonna launch them at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Pacific. I got to get these time zones like straight.
For
right?
long, you're gonna just start calculating Dubai. You're gonna be like,
I'm
oh,
like, oh my
this
God.
time Dubai, this time Eastern. You know.
Yes. And so what I just really wanted to say is that this company, we have to build leaders. You know, today is a training call, and if we're going to create legacy, which I know David and Adela, that is their desire. We have to build leaders. We have to hold up the arms of the leaders that are building, and then we have to build leaders. And so that is my goal. My goal is that, you know, although I am a shining star, you would say, I want to see the Alicia Davises and the Dr. Renee's and the Renithias and the Thomases and the Fields and Dr. Phil. And I mean, I just want to see everybody shine. And that's what's important. Everybody has to shine. Jennifer Davis. So you're going to see a lot of leaders that you're like, well, where did these people come from? They've been around all the time. But I just honestly believe that cream rises to the top. And everybody, I remember one of the leaders that trying to come back and get me, he used to tell me all the time, we call him the $6 million man, but he used to tell me all the time, Deborah, the cream rises to the top. Those that you start with in the beginning are not going, you're going to look back and they're not going to be there. That cream is going to sour. And then you're going to have to always put in some more. And I love cream with my coffee. And we've truly seen that in Trevorium. People that we started with for my anniversary will be celebrated in Trevorium. My 5-year anniversary is November 4th. And in 5 years, we've seen cream come and we've seen cream sour. And so I would just say to you, all of you that are business partners, you want to stick and you want to stay. That's just my biggest. If you stick, hang in there. You may not have your 3. You may not be a 1-star director. You may not be a 2-star director. And you hear, but David's vision, which me and my husband both embraced, was to see people in the beginning, in the very beginning of this comp plan win, right? So if you stay long enough, you're going to be in a position to win. I seen some of my newest partners, I went to their back office, some of them just checking out my personals, and some of them already are 1-star directors on one leg because they're on my team leg and I'm a builder, right? So they only really have one leg to build and get their 3. So it's just an amazing, if you're in that position, go and check your back office, do the things that you need to do, and reach out to the leaders. You know, sometimes I know I'm spreading myself thin. Daryl Roberts is my 1-star ambassador, as well as Todd is our 4-star ambassador. And I'm reaching out to them now because some of these folks are like heavy hitters, right? And so
we have a Zoom for you today at 1 with Pastor Summerlin. 1 o'clock my time, 3 o'clock Chicago time. I'm not sure what time that is Dubai yet.
And then we got another one. We got Daryl is actually, he's not on here right now, but Daryl's actually doing a major launch in New Orleans on November 1st with Apostle Wilson. So we're doing a lot. I mean, we want to get the name Trevorium out there. We want to get the company out there. Pastor Summers asked me who was this competition in Atlanta. And I told him, and he said, that ain't no competition. So, so I mean, I think I'm going to start calling this Project Takeover. That's going to be my new project. I just got one. I need to write that down because don't you take that Project Takeover for Team Leg.
That's your. I'm going to text you right now so you don't forget. I'm going to
Project
Takeover.
Project Takeover. We're going to start doing some live meetings like we're doing in Chicago. We're going to try to get one done in Atlanta before it get too cold. We're going to try to definitely do one in the Mid-South. Project Takeover. We want to take over, and we definitely want to overtake the France team, right? France is big. So we want to try to overtake the France team. And then the last thing that I would say, I am super excited about what we're doing as a team. Pastor Mel Keys will be hosting our conference. Our team actually has a conference. We started it. And I know that the company will be doing workshops at different world tours, and we will support them 1000%. I've been at all of them so far. except for I won't make it to Hawaii because I'll be in Dubai. But that conference is going to be huge. So you want to put a pin in these dates, March 17th through the 19th. Our CEO, David Hart and Adela Hart, will be our guest speakers at our banquet. That night, we're going to have an emerald ball. Everybody has to get dressed up. Ty got to put on the tux. David got to put on the tux. Yeah.
Putting on the Ritz.
Putting on the Ritz. Daryl and Maria Roberts will be there. Our speakers will be Cynthia Sly, myself, Pastor Mel Keys, Apostle H. Daniel Wilson will be one of the speakers. Daryl and Maria Roberts will be speakers as well, and Dr. Judy Cunningham. And so we have a strong lineup. We're gonna train. We're gonna eat well. We're gonna have a huge. We're actually gonna launch San Antonio Friday night. So we're gonna have a meeting there, and we're gonna actually start our sewing into a nonprofit that me and Mel are very passionate about. He's leading around foster care. So we're going to do that weekend. So there's just a lot of things that we're going to do. So March 17th, all roads lead to
San Antonio,
Texas.
San Antonio.
So you don't have to be part of our team. I know many people wanted to come from the UK and stuff. Just get ready. We're going to be launching the official link sometime coming up in this next week, because Mel's been busy, I've been busy, but I'm excited to come to say that. So go ahead, y'all. Stay, keep working, keep partnering. Go and lift up the arms of your leader. Reach around and find a leader that can help you. I don't have, help you, but if your leader is working, work with your leader. I want to give out one last shout to Sasha Roberts. Sasha Roberts, we do Zooms every night. We do Zooms. We don't do them on corporate night. So we do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and Saturday, and then we do the corporate Zoom on Sunday. Sasha Roberts is actually training our co-host. So I don't have to worry about who's coming in, who's going out, who's doing this, who's doing that. She's training a group of people. I am excited about this young person. She's only in her early 30s, but I know that she is going to be an ambassador one day. So I just want to give a huge shout out to her. I appreciate what she's doing. Marcy, Tanya, and all of these.
I love you, Sasha.
All these people who just are sewing and learning. Alicia Davis has stepped up. She said Sasha rocks. Alicia Davis has stepped up along with her Aunt Jennifer, who actually Alicia mom enrolled her, but they're stepping up, and that's what we want to do. So you got 3 generations, you got 2 generations that are stepping up, and you're seeing families step up and doing this business together. And that's what isn't that what it's about? So again, God bless you. I got to go finish getting dressed for my ride, get here. But Chicago today. Oh, Chicago.
Chicago today, and you head to Dubai tomorrow?
I'm heading to Dubai tomorrow.
Okay.
I actually leave on Emirates. So I came in here because I could fly nonstop.
That's a nice airline, Emirates.
So I'm gonna chill. That's why I say I'm gonna run myself till I be so sleepy that I wake up and I'm in Dubai.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tomorrow, I think it's the international 8 o'clock. It gets you like 8 o'clock there the next day. So I am so excited about this. I never really wanted to go to Dubai, but I actually have a goddaughter in Dubai, so I'm going to be meeting her husband and her family for the first time.
Wow.
She actually married a diplomat. And so I'm going to be hanging out with them after our meeting. So I'm just excited to be, now I got to send my children to Dubai. Thank God that's one of our free trip incentives. And thank God we go in the Dreamcations World Tours. We do that about 6 times a year so they can go. I ain't got to pay for
it. Well, obviously have an incredible launch today. I know you're working. You already had Zooms today. You got meetings and Zooms. You got me and Daryl doing Zooms. And then you're going and having an unbelievable time on the ambassador trip. I'm sorry I'm missing it. Tell everybody we said hi.
If I had some power over Ryan, I have Ryan doing the Zoom.
Hey, Ryan, you go over there.
If I call you like, Ryan, I need you, because I got a whole new group in the East and in the West Coast that that is this actually launched. Some of those are launching today. And so, I'll be asleep. I may be asleep, but we got a bunch of partners, bunch of people who are Doc Finley and his wife Lorraine in Elk Grove, California, is in that area.
Sure.
They used
Up
to be
north.
in YTB.
Yes, that's up north. I know exactly. I did.
Yeah.
I toured that area for years.
Isn't that where Greg Roper was from? Wasn't Roper from Elk Grove?
Maybe, you know who was up there? Beth Moore.
Oh, sure. Yeah, Beth.
Beth
Okay.
Moore was up
Yeah.
there. So we went up there. We did meetings. Seemed like every other week I was flying up there, and my son played soccer in Northern California, college soccer. So I'd go up, I'd do a tour, go to a game, tour some more, go to another game. It was unbelievable. 4 years. It was incredible.
Well, I'm gonna restate Ryan's story the tax way. Ryan went up to do these meetings, and by fluke, his son was playing a soccer game, and he went and saw the soccer game, went back to the meetings, came home.
That's right. And if I'm not mistaken, I'll probably be on a couple of those calls today for you as well. So Todd and I will be hanging out right next to each other. I have a feeling I'll be tagging along with them. So
Yeah, I'm gonna be at Ryan's house during the Zoom with Pastor Summerlin, so where Ryan's gonna hop on as well.
Great. Well, I'm just excited. Thank you so much, and for all that y'all are doing for this team. And I'm just looking forward to, it would be kind of nice to go 1-star ambassador on Christmas Day.
That'd be incredible, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be incredible? By the way, Ambassador Deborah, you are the only ambassador from the United States going to the ambassador trip. Yeah, you got to go work, because Daryl's not going. I'm not going. Ryan's not going. David's not going. Camilo's not going. Now you got Danny there so you got Danny from North America. Okay, he's from Canada, but you are the only ambassador from the United States actually going on the ambassador trip.
Wow.
It was just crazy. I mean, everyone had something come up. I mean, like, obviously we have the baby being born, and Ryan obviously just took over, because you guys hear the story, but Ryan had to drive that hour and a half to work, hour and a half home from work. He don't got to do that no more. He drives 7 minutes to work now. Was able to take over a new dealership because he went ambassador, so that replaced a lot of his income. So he was able to come back home, but he just took over that position, so he couldn't take off to the trip. Daryl and Maria, obviously, they had. I know they got some kind of. I know they're doing that event for you. They got another event they're doing. They couldn't go. Then Camila had an event. I think he's going down to Colombia, and so everyone had something going on. Now think about this, guys. This is an all paid expense trip. They pay for the airfare. They're putting up in fact, we had lunch with Dave Hart yesterday. We saw about the hotel. I guess he goes, it's unbelievable. It's a 5.5-star hotel.
Yes.
He goes, it's breakfast, it's dinner. He gave all the ambassadors extra money for excursions and stuff like that. All expense paid. And this group of ambassadors goes on so many vacations. It's like, yeah, well, I don't know. I'll make that one. All right. I mean, it'd be really cool. It'd be nice to be there, but I'll see you in Hawaii, though. I mean, think about that. Any other company, you ain't missing that trip, because it's the only one you're getting. I mean, around here, it's like every other month you're going on a trip. So, like, yeah, I can't make it, but I'll see you over in Hawaii, though, right? So,
awesome.
I don't want to make you late. So, Ambassador Deborah Taylor, thank you so much for everything you do. Have an amazing event in Chicago today. Have an amazing time on the ambassador trip in Dubai. Well earned, well deserved. Have an absolute blast.
I'm gonna keep talking about you, by the way, because the training is unbelievable. And the first thing I think about is teamwork makes the dream work. And that's the way you build your business. So I know you got to go, but I'm gonna be using a lot of what you do today as far as training goes, because it really is the leadership, and leadership starts at the top. And then it trickles down, and then the learning effect happens. And then people start to fall into place as far as they understand. But it always starts from the top, no matter what. And you are one of the greatest leaders in the industry based off of the way you train, the way you develop, the way you coddle people. But at the same time, you push the chicks out the door and you say, hey, you got to get out of the nest. And if you're willing to get out of the nest, I'm going to support you 110%. But I can't just sit here and cuddle you forever, because you're never going to get out of the nest. So we're going to talk about that today. But thank you for your great leadership always. Have an unbelievable event today, and send lots of pictures once you get on that plane and you're on your way. All right.
All right. I will. God bless. Thank you, everything.
God bless. Bye, Deborah.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Well, I want to key on something that Deborah mentioned a moment ago, Ryan, because I was going to talk about the comp plan today. In fact, a couple of things. Daryl wanted me to record kind of a short story that I tell that kind of conveys the ideas of who we are, what we do. It's kind of a short story. I tell it again and again and again and again and again. I had a good friend of ours, Bob DeCastro, the other day.
He's here. He's
here.
here.
Oh, right. Yes, hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. I got to record the sizzle call for you. I'm going to get that done. And so he wants me to record it on a sizzle call where you can just dial a number and play it, right? So I'm going to give you guys that story. And then we're also going to talk about the history of compensation programs. We're going to talk about compensation plan methodology, how it's evolved over time, and how we got to where we're at, because it's not just, we're doing things in travel that have never been done before. And we talk about that on a regular basis. I'm going to talk about that again in 2 seconds. But then I'm going to move over to the comp plan, because we're doing things in compensation plan methodology that have also never, ever, ever been done before. And I don't know if we talk about that enough. Hey, good morning, Daryl.
Good morning. How you guys doing? Sorry, man. I've been on some three-way calls. As you know, I heard you. I've been listening to you guys. We've got lots of Zooms that are already set up. And again, you guys was just talking about Ambassador Taylor. She is kicking butt and taking names. There's no question about it.
She's working.
You guys want to know what it takes? The action that creates the business, that makes it all work, is it exactly what she's doing, exactly what the leader's doing, talking to people all the time, doing three-ways, setting up her leaders for you and I and other leaders to help get on Zooms with. And it's just happening all throughout the day. And for them, it actually started at 8 o'clock in the morning. I think it was 8 o'clock on the Central Time Zone. But hey, it's just great to be here. Excited to be here with you guys. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, buddy. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, it's amazing the flurry of activity, because I got up and I'm on the treadmill this morning. Then Emilio Sejas called, and I was on with Emilio and one of his prospects, right? So I get back on the treadmill and I didn't even get to shower. So I'm like, kind of like disheveled here. I put this white shirt on because I was still all kind of sweaty underneath this shirt, and I got the Zoom on just in time. And you're like, I thought I was going to have all the time in the world. Like, man, I'm up early. I got the phone rings. You got to take the calls and do the three-ways, right?
That's the secret to the hat, my friend.
Yeah, I know. I got my hat. I got my hat.
I don't
right
wear
here.
many hats. I just throw the hat on.
I got my Bears hat. I wear the pool.
So, hey, by the way, Daryl, back to what you're talking about, like we've been to so many events over the last, let's just call it 3 months. And the one thing I can tell you about Ambassador Taylor is that when she's at these events, she is working. I mean, she's got meetings with this group. She's got meetings with that group. Does she have time to hang out? Yeah. She'll have some lunch. She'll eat some lunch with everybody. But then the minute that everybody's done eating and they start to disband, you start to see other people drop in. She might sit at that lunch table for 3 or 4 hours as she continues meet with people. She'll text someone, hey, I'm in the restaurant. Come on down. Let's game plan for a little while. It's the mastery of leadership to watch what she does. And here's the thing about it. If you don't know her and you don't watch her, you don't even know it's happening. She is silent. Yeah. I don't want to use the word. Yeah, she is exactly. And then the next thing you know, we're at one event, she's talking about this, you're at another event. But in the background, it's that tsunami of energy. It's that tsunami of what's coming that happens. And then obviously look what's going down. We got dreams of 1 star and by Christmas again. It's amazing.
It's pretty incredible. Todd, we need to do a talk. I know you got a lot of stuff you talk about. I want to do 2 things. I've got the video that we did at the conference. I had no idea. We're almost at 700 views on that. It's 4 minutes. I thought we'd probably get 20 or 30 views because it was so darn long. But I've got more texts and more calls about that video and more shares with it than ever before. It's just absolutely.
Cue. Well, but I want to see you hands-free. Cue it up.
It is cute, but give me a second. I'll keep my hands up here.
Yeah, watch how Dale does this. Hands free, right? It's like it's like a Jedi mind trick.
But the other thing I want to talk about how we helped Ambassador Taylor put together the meeting for Pastor Summers this morning as well. What we did, how we did it, the conversations with him. And guys, we can do that with any of you, but the only ingredient is you have to, number one, be committed. You've got to set some big goals, and you've got to be really willing to step up to the plate. So I do want to spend a couple of minutes just talking with you on that. But right now I got to get my mind right. I'm putting this together for this video, guys.
Boom. Look at that. Look at, you see that? You just,
Woo. Jeez.
We were at the one of the biggest travel shows out there, IMEX America, with Todd and Dave and Adela and Gina and of course Maria and myself. And obviously every chance we have is we take an opportunity to shoot videos and give different perspectives and all of that stuff. And a lot of people are excited about this. And I'm happy. I thought it was because it was so long, nobody would really watch it or take a look at it. But how wrong was I? So, okay, guys, I'm getting this ready. It's ready to go right now. We were invited to the IMEX America convention in Las Vegas. IMEX America is the largest gathering of travel professionals on the planet. There were 3,499 decision makers in one of the biggest meeting markets in the world. There were 200 countries in attendance. Our travel membership was praised for being unique, a difference maker, the next big thing. What is one big problem in the travel industry that most people don't know exists?
there's a monopoly. Only two companies control the entire space. So you go out there like a lot of consumers do. You go to Expedia's website, then you go to Orbitz, you go to Travelocity, you go to Kayak, you go to Trivago, Bookings.com, and you go to all these different places. And you believe you're price shopping, only to find out that they're all owned by the same company. I mean, they're literally sitting back going like, I wonder who they're going to choose. I mean, because it's all owned by the same company, and most people have no idea. So there's a monopoly in travel. Everything is owned by Expedia or Priceline. And when you get to go book at the actual travel agent rate, when you get to book without all of the markup, that's when people are blown away by, oh my gosh, I can book for up to 70% off, 50% off, 40% off, right? Huge savings. And obviously that's kind of the foundation of our program.
Yeah.
What are some of the services that members get access to?
We give you a Booking.com, Expedia type of site, except they have markups and fees and we don't. So we present the actual wholesale rate without all the markups and fees. You can book 24/7 inside of that travel site and have so much fun and see the savings that are absolutely in there. Then, of course, the second platform that we offer with our membership is the getaways, 8 days, 7 night destinations, 2,000 plus destinations around the world, condo-like situations that are there, washer, dryer, refrigerator, living room, all that, that's available around the world. And then also the third, our most popular, is the World Tour platform, and that unique and special destinations curated by our travel advisors, in-house travel advisors that negotiate directly with hotels, these great deals in Dubai and Phuket and Bali and Las Vegas and San Diego, all over the world at prices that people would look at and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I can go to Hawaii for $379 for 6 days, 5 nights with the resort fees waived for 2 people and 2 children, and that's all one price, all out the door. So that's absolutely incredible.
Why is the travel membership exploding all over the world?
We have AAA, we have Apple, we have Amazon, we have, you name it, right? Netflix.
Uber Eats, DoorDash.
Yeah, Uber Eats, DoorDash, because it saves you a ton of money.
Sure.
And so when people join our membership,
Right.
You get to travel for the travel agent rate. And of course, we actually take it to a whole nother level, because if you refer just 3 people and tell them how to save big time money in travel, then you're going on vacations that cost you almost nothing. And so it's next level membership. But obviously memberships are popular because they save you big time money.
Where was the last vacation you took using the membership?
We were at a place called the Grand Palladium, 5-star resort, oceanfront property, tons of restaurants, all the different swimming pools, swim up bars, all inclusive,
Wow.
all the food, all the beverages, everything included. Normal price is about $2,900 to be there for 5 days.
Yeah.
We were there for $299. Before that, we were in Europe for 3.5 weeks. We were in France. We were in Rome, we were in Madrid, we were in the Canary Islands.
Right.
I mean, every time we turn around, we're going on another trip.
Sure.
We just trade in our points that cost us nothing,
Right.
and we get to go for virtually nothing.
Why are families, and specifically moms, joining the membership?
When you can show moms and dads, and more importantly, when you can show mom how to take their families on unbelievable vacations
Sure.
without tapping into the current family budget, That's what's exciting people and electrifying the imagination of countless people. These are trips I can finally take because I can finally afford to go on the trip.
Yeah.
How can everyone get information about your travel membership?
7.
Okay, guys, we have another version of that too that had the music. That was the first version, and we didn't put the right one on, but it was still the same content. But Todd, that was awesome. Asking the questions, people were excited. The background with all the travel stuff behind it, and so many people on Facebook just really like that. People were asking me, Daryl, do you have a link for that? We did not put that on a link, and I don't know if we're going to do it or not. It just depends. But I hope that helps people. Great interview, Todd.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously great interview for Maria, and of course, I realized it was Miss Gina doing the filming. When I saw him, like I thought that's right, Gina was doing the filming. Forgot about this. So Gina was holding the camera there, and I was going into the story that you asked me to record. I know that Bob DeCastro asked me to do one of the old sizzle calls, if you will, and it's the story that I share with everybody when people put me on the phone and, hey, Todd, tell people about our membership, right? And so, one of the first questions I was asking people was, do you like to travel? And oh my gosh, we love to travel. Do you like to make money? A lot of people are like, well, who doesn't? Well, get ready to fall in love all over again, right? And then we have this travel membership where you can book at the travel agent rate. Now that's going to save you a ton of money. Sometimes I give them a couple of examples of what that means. From there, with our membership, you get a fixed number of points every single month. Well, those points can be turned in for actual incredible vacations all over the world. In fact, you have enough points for 2 vacations, plus you get 1 trip that doesn't require points. So you're actually getting 3 trips per year with our company. Now, this is going to save you a ton of money. And there's actually a lot of companies who can help you save money and travel. But what takes it to the next level is we have this referral program where if you refer 3 other people to the program, your membership costs you nothing. Therefore, your points cost you nothing. And of course, therefore, your vacations cost you virtually nothing. And when you can show, and you heard me say in the interview, when you can show moms and dads how they can take their family on incredible vacations without tapping into the current family budget, that is the idea that's winning at kitchen tables all over the world. And of course, we're female dominated. It's mom more often than dad. And moms are like, hold on. You're telling me if I join this thing, I'm going to save big time money. Correct. And you're telling me if I bring 3 people, my family gets free vacations? Correct. Be right back. Be right back. That is the answer we get so often. And when I share that little story, just like I just did right now, with people on the phone time and time again, they're like, wow, what an incredible idea. And I go, what's really incredible is the fact that no one's ever done this before. If you go out and ask, and we say this all the time, ask 100 people, if you had all the time and all the money in the world, what would you do? And the answer is, I would travel. If you ask people about their bucket list, the before I die list, right? Before I die, here are all the things I want to do. And it's travel dominated. So how come you don't do it? Well, I can't afford it. And no one's ever thought to put together a program that doesn't just save people money on travel, but allows you to earn free travel. That's the thing that we're doing that no one else is doing. And that's the reason we're catching excitement all over the world. It's not just save you money, which we can do. Save you huge money. That's the foundation. But there's other programs that can save you money too. It's the fact that we take it to that next level, and you can obviously, get those vacations that are costing you virtually nothing. And of course, we continue to expand and grow. And it's been pretty incredible. And so I got to record that for Bob. I still got to do a different recording for Daryl. But again, I think a lot of you guys can kind of, just take that little story and share it again and again. And of course, again, travel membership, book at the travel agent rate. You're earning points, which are worth vacations, right? You get the points every month. Those are worth actual vacations. And of course, you can go all over the world. But the big thing is the referral program. Tell 3 other people, and your membership is costing you nothing. And again, when you can show moms and dads how they can take their family on incredible vacations without tapping into the current family budget, that is the idea of winning at kitchen tables all over the world. Mom says, you're kidding me. If I can join, I can save money. Yes. Tell 3 people, my family get free vacations. Be right back. And so very, very simple story, but it seems to help people understand what we're doing, how unique what we're doing is. And I mean, literally, I get on the phone, tell that story again and again. And like in a moment, people are like, wow, this is pretty cool. This is exciting.
You just did it, Todd. I mean, literally, we could rewind the clock.
I just did it twice.
Exactly. It was a short version and an extended version, but you literally just did it as you just were sharing what you say. If we could just snip, it's done. It's already right there. And by the way, I'm sure, including myself, I'd do cartwheels to be able to send a little 2-minute explanation like you just did. It wasn't even 2 minutes. It was 1 minute and 35 seconds. And you closed it with, moms around the world. I mean, they get this. Hold on, I'll be right back. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And Daryl, I know you've been asking him for this because when it comes out of his mouth, it is absolute. I've been on calls like you. It's perfection.
Well, one thing I want to throw out there real quick, and I'll let you go, Daryl, is the fact that what if that's all this was? Now, I understand that we've got this incredible comp plan. You can go 1-star, 2-star, and you can go ambassador, and Ambassador Deborah Taylor's flying on, United Emirates, one of the nicest airlines in the world, going to Dubai. Company's paying for her airfare. She's staying at a 5.5-star hotel and breakfast and dinner, and they're doing the excursions, and you get to go shopping at Louis Vuitton. I mean, I understand we have all that. Put all that to the side for a moment. Just divorce yourself from network marketing for one moment. Pretend for one moment all we had was what I just described. All we had was this place where you can come join, which we have, and you can save massive amounts of money on travel. And then if you tell 3 other people about it, your family's earning free vacations. How many hundreds of millions of people, hundreds of millions of moms and dads would do cartwheels for that opportunity right now for just that? Forget about making money. Forget about 1-star and 2-star for just that, for a chance to make their dreams come true, because they all want to go to these different places. They just don't have the money to do it. And that's the thing that we're doing. And we make it simple. 3 people. You are 3 people away from making most of your dreams come true. And for countless people that are in our company, I see Miss Mahmouda on here. Hi, Miss Mahmouda. I mean, that was her big thing. She wasn't joining the company to make money. She was joining the company because she loves to travel. And you hear that again and again and again and again. And Daryl, I think you were about to say something there.
Yeah, well, the other thing that precurses that is that what you just said is the second video too. Maybe we won't say forget about network marketing. We can say forget about the business side. But what you just said is a secondary video as well. So if you don't do it, we'll have it done at some point in time in the very near future. What I wanted to speak on, I just saw Alicia Davis, and I saw this on Facebook, and I loved it on Facebook that she had a travel dance team, one of her people, and I want to find out who that person is. I'd love to interview them on the Tuesday call. Plus, I want to get a video done with that as well. But they went out there traveling. It was basically, I just clicked. I just booked my first trip, a 5-day trip to Orlando. The trip is for the dance championship. If I had booked it through the Varsity app, I would have paid over $2,000. I'm staying at the same resort for only $829. What a blessing. Thank you. I definitely would like to talk to that lady. I'd like to get her on there, and you, Alicia, on the Tuesday call, and then talk about a video, because that is powerful. And then I saw all the ramifications coming from that. So many other people are, hey, let's get this to the other dance studios. And I think it was your sister as well. So it's just exciting time. I mean, that is just unbelievable.
Yeah, in fact, one of the guys that Ryan works with and I work with, his name's Lee Dean. In fact, I went and saw a movie last night because of Lee. So, hey, Lee, appreciate the 2 thumbs up on the movie. We went and saw that movie, and Gina absolutely loved it. It's funny. It was the new Julia Roberts and George Clooney movie, kind of a romantic comedy, but we hadn't been to a movie in a while. It's pretty good. Anyway, so Lee had, I think it was her name Shannon, and they all played baseball. Now they're all part of the sports baseball team. And we got on a call, and of course, I mean, I don't think Lee even knew the story, but she had booked a hotel, just like you were mentioning a moment ago, Daryl, where the baseball team, everyone else on the team was paying one price, and she was paying something that was like a fraction of what they paid. I mean, it was an unbelievable savings. She was new, but she was absolutely fired up, excited, passionate, because she obviously had a product experience and realized, my gosh, this company's saving tons of people money on travel. And so again, when you understand that foundation, when you kind of get it in here, right? It's one thing to kind of hear. It's another thing when you know that you know that you know, we are saving people big time money on travel. You help 3 other people do the same thing. Your family's getting, virtually free vacations. Again, that's what's causing a lot of the excitement. But I want to kind of shift to the comp plan for a moment, if you don't mind, guys, because I know sometimes I don't think we talk about this enough. If you look at compensation plan methodology, if you go back to, Daryl, I know you were with a company called NSA that were doing the water filters way back in the 1980s. If you look at companies like Amway, Herbalife, New Skin, Equinox, right? These are some of the old mainstay companies, and I'm not picking on them because they didn't know what they didn't know back then, right? They were the pioneers of this industry. They built a compensation program based on theory, not reality. And so therefore, people thought about going wide back then. You could go infinitely wide, but we're only going to pay you, 6, 7, 8 levels deep. Well, what people figured out is that network marketing, by the way, and this is one of the biggest ironies in the entire industry, that people sometimes refer to our industry as it's not one of those pyramid things, right? As soon as they can't think of the name network marketing, they can't think of the name multi-level marketing. And when you look at this industry, again, $200 billion industry, 20 times the size of the National Football League. You've got Warren Buffett, one of the top, richest men in the entire world. He owns a very large pyramid company called Pampered Chef out of Chicago. You got Citibank, a Fortune 500 company. They own a very large pyramid company, called Primerica. And so network marketing has really kind of come of age. And so sometimes people, throw that PUP word around, right? But people say, yes, that's one of those kind of pyramid things. Well, here's the great irony, that if you actually diagram an actual network marketing structure, what it actually looks like, it does not look like anything. It does not look like the pyramids of Egypt in any way, shape, or form. Instead, it's going to come out like a pyramid on top. It's going to come down very, 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 very deep. Picture the Washington Monument, right? Pyramid on top comes down very, 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 very deep, eventually shrinks at the bottom. That's what an actual organization looks like. Now, here's the irony. The thing that everyone refers to as the pyramid thing, right, is the only form of business that we know of that does not form a pyramid. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. The thing that's known as a pyramid thing is the only business structure that we know of on the entire planet that does not form a pyramid. It looks more like the Washington Monument, and then it shrinks at the bottom than the pyramids of Egypt. Any other business structure you can think of, right? You got the CEO on the top, and the executive vice presidents, assistant vice presidents, managers, all the way down to the people actually doing the work on the bottom. If you're talking about the Catholic Church, I went to Catholic school. You're talking about the Pope, the cardinals, the bishops, the priests, the deacons, the congregation. You're talking about the military chain of command. It's the exact same thing. Talking about your family tree, exact same thing. Talking about the hierarchy structure at the United Way or the Salvation Army, it's the exact same thing. Everything you can think of. Now, if I am working, in fact, Ryan, you work for GMC, right? You sell, GMC product. If I work for GMC, massive, massive company, and I'm one of the guys actually there, on the floor, helping put the truck together. I'm working on the rotors. I'm running the machine over there all day long. I'm working my butt off, right? I mean, I don't take any breaks. I'm out there hustling. Is there any chance that I can make more money than my immediate supervisor?
Never.
None.
Never.
Zero. Nada. Cannot happen. It doesn't matter how hard I work. I cannot make more money than that guy who's above me. What are my chances of going from being a guy on the floor, working on the teams, to the very, very top, where I'm now the CEO of the company? I mean, you're better off buying a lottery ticket, which is who they sell lottery tickets to, by the way. Yeah, you got no chance. You got a better chance of winning the lotto than having that happen. Now, here's what's ironic. When you look at, like, for example, Danny Sugwell, who's in your guys' business, Daryl, there's a lot of people above Danny, but they don't make as much money as Danny, right? There's a lot of people above Ryan that don't make as much money as Ryan. There's a lot of people above Camila Peraza that don't make as much money as Camila Peraza. I happen to see Tatiana just text me. Tatiana's on here. There's a ton of people above Tatiana that don't make as much money as Tatiana. Where you happen to fall in the hierarchy structure does not dictate how much money you make. Rather, what you do dictates how much money you make. It is a meritocracy. Who does not want that? This is not based on, are you male, female? Did you go to the right schools? Are you kissing the right asses? None of that, right? I mean, forget all that, right? You have a left leg, you have a right leg. Our computer does not know what religion you are, what language you speak, where you come from, whether you're the part of the good old boys club or the good old girls club. None of that matters, right? There's only, you go to work, you get paid. It doesn't matter who's above you. You can make more money than them. You can make more money than Daryl. You can make more money than me if you decide to go build a bigger business, right? It is totally up to you. So number one, that's already different. Now, again, they didn't know that way back when. Way back when, they thought it was about going wide and getting paid 5, 6, 7, 8 levels deep. Well, what actually happens is these things go very, 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 very deep. And so compensation plans started to change back in the 1990s. So this binary comp plan, a two-legged structure, was invented by David and Martha Crow in the 80s. And of course, obviously, a gentleman we all knew, Mike Cooper, he actually worked for David and Martha Crow. That's where he actually learned the binary system. And so again, Daryl and Ryan and I have been involved with some binaries kind of since they were invented. Well, today it's the most popular form of compensation that we have in our industry, and for a number of reasons. Number one, there's not a compensation program in our industry. It does not exist where if you find just one leader, one leg, that is going to pay you a ton of money. There's no one who's going to pay you over $100,000 a year for bringing one leg. So every comp plan you can think of requires 2 legs or more. Okay. Only in a binary can I find 2 leaders. Now, I'm not talking referring to finding 2 people. Finding 2 people is easy. I'm talking about finding 2 leaders, somebody who's willing to do whatever it takes for however long it takes. Deborah Taylor, she is a leader. It doesn't matter how many obstacles have been put in front of her. She just keeps going and going and going. She's going to do whatever it takes for however long it takes to go out and have success. Daryl and Maria, the same thing. Ryan, the same thing, right? Now, Dr. Phyllis Terry, there's a lot of leaders that we have in our company that are the exact same way. But that's what a leader is. Finding people, that's easy. Finding leaders, that's like finding eagles. Pigeons are everywhere. Eagles, you find them one at a time, right? And there's plenty of leaders out there. But only in a binary, right, the most popular compensation program in our industry today, can I find just 2 leaders. Any other compensation program you can think of is going to require you to find more than 2. Some ask for 12, some ask for 10, some ask for 8, some ask for 6. I even meet people, it's just 3 legs. It's only 1 more leg. No, it's not 1 more leg. It is twice as hard to find 2 leaders, okay, and to build 2 legs as it is to build 1. So it's not a little bit more hard. It's literally twice as hard to build 2 legs as it is to build 1 leg. Well, guess what? It is 3 times as hard to build 3 as it is to build 2. It gets exponentially more difficult, okay? And that's why the binaries become so popular. I only have to find 2 leaders, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. So if I've got Daryl on my right and I've got Ryan on my left, and if there's nothing that I can say to Daryl and Maria that can get them to quit, doesn't matter what I say, I cannot talk them out of the business. I cannot tell them, hey, Daryl, this is a horrible idea. We shouldn't do it. We should do something else. It doesn't matter what I say. It's like, Todd, look, dude, you've lost your mind. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you say. We are going to keep building this business. We're traveling for less. We're traveling for free. We're changing lives. We ain't going anywhere. So if I got a guy like that in my right leg, and I got a guy like that in my left leg, then by definition, my income has just become permanent. All right. That's what makes the binary so incredible. Now, within the binaries, then there's us. So if you look at 99% of the binaries out there, if I go out there and I get 600 volume in my left leg, 600 volume in my right leg, this is what we call 1-star director here at Trevorium. 600 left, 600 right. And 99% of the binaries out there, how much is your check, Ryan? 600 left, 600 right. What is your check? You're on mute.
Sorry about that. I've been a part of it forever. 10%.
Yeah, $60.
60
Your check
bucks.
is $60. Your check
That's
is
it.
not 59. It's not 58, 56. It's not 61. Your check is exactly $60. Not if, not maybe. This is not a matter of debate. It's not I think. It's not well I heard. Your check is $60. That is a stone cold fact. And 99% of the companies, that's what your check is.
And the volume flushes.
And the volume flushes. With us, your check here is not $60 per month. Your check is a minimum of $10 per day. That's $300 a month. If you go out and tell 3 people in your first 30 days, then you get the extra 100. That's $400 a month. But then don't forget, you're getting the direct sales commissions. You're getting the director bonus, the 1-star bonus. So for many of you, it's going to be $400 to $700 per month. That is $5,000 to $8,000 per year versus $720 per year. $720 a year over here with 99% of the pay programs, $5,000 to $8,000 over here with Trevorium. Those numbers are not close. Now, For those of you that like the $720 check better than the $5,000 to $8,000 check, let me know. Things can be arranged. Okay. And so I don't know if any of you are going to be calling me, not Todd, I want that 720 check. It just sounds more fair. No one's going to take the 720 check versus the 5,000 to 8,000. Let's take it one step further. You become a 2-star director, 25 on the left, 25 on the right. Your volume is now 2,000 left, 2,000 right. And 99% of all of the companies out there with 2,000 left, 2,000 right. Daryl, how much is my check?
10%.
That's $200. My check is $200. It's not 198. It's not 202. It's exactly $200. With our company, your check is not $200. Many of our 2-star directors are earning close to $2,000. Some are actually earning over. Some are earning less. I don't want to go through the whole breakdown in that arena because want to be conservative time here. But again, it's not even close. We are doing things not just in the travel arena that have never been done before. We are doing things in compensation plan methodology that have never, ever been done before. Mr. David Hart and Mr. Della Hart have taken a lot of that money that's historically been put on the back end of the compensation program so that some big hitter can make, $2 million a month and, drive around in their jet airplane. And they brought it to the forefront of our compensation program so that everyday people can make some real bill paying money, not maybe someday, but now. You can go 1-star director. In my belief, any one of you, if you mentally decide to do it, you can turn on the jets and you can be there in the next 30, 60 days. If you want to go 2-star director, it's my belief, any one of you, it's more of a mental decision. You can turn on the jets and you can be there in the next 2 months to 6 months. Maybe it takes you a little bit longer. But if we put on a full-on campaign and you were really, really going for it, I believe you would be there, which now puts you in the comma club. Understand that at $2,000 per month income, in the Canary Islands, they only make $1,000 per month. In the Solomon Islands, they only make $1,500 per month. In France, many of the school teachers only make $2,500 a month. We've had school teachers quit their job after getting to 2-star director. Even here in the United States, if you look at the average household income, which is roughly 65,000, maybe getting close to 70. Well, if you give them an extra $24,000 a year, that's 1/3 of the entire household income. It's life-changing money. I don't care where you live. At $2,000 a month, we can change lives at $2,000 a month. I mean, 2,000 left, 2,000 right. And it's going to give you that $2,000 a month. Again, in most companies, you would be earning $200 a month, $2,400 a year, not $18,000 to $30,000 per year. So we got a company, 10 years old, debt-free, rock solid, paying people on time, every time as they have for the past 9 years, 63 countries, corporate office in Temecula, corporate presence in Madrid, Spain, also technically Colombia. They have customer service in multiple languages, a CEO and founder who's been a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year, doing stuff in travel that's never, ever been done before. We were just a smash hit at the travel show last week, people blown away by what we're doing. It's the one thing everybody wants to do. Every one of you know it. We're showing people how they can do it for nothing. And we're giving you a compensation program that can change lives in a way no other company's ever done. And we're just getting started. We didn't even invent the world tours until November of 2019, 4 months before the pandemic.
Hallelujah.
Right?
Ty, you were rolling, man. And we had the organ going. We'd had some notes going with you. We'd had some chords backing you up, brother, man. But guys, he is so right. I mean, it is comparative to what we had to do in the past. There is no comparison whatsoever. And once you understand that, and you get that belief in your body and your soul, and you step it up to the next level, your life is going to change. Now, Ambassador Deborah Taylor, you know, we're talking on a regular basis. And when she talks about her game plans and asks how I can help and how we're putting some things together to get some things going, Maria and I are flying out to New Orleans here at the end of this month for Apostle H. Daniels Wilson. And putting these things together. Well, she mentioned Pastor Summers. He said, I want to go 4-star by the end of this year. And I said, great. How's he going to do it? And she said, well, he's excited, putting some things together. And I said, would you mind if I give him a call? So I called him up and I asked him, I said, Pastor Summers, what I understand what your goal is. What are you going to do to actually get it? What is your game plan? And he said, well, I'm just going to talk to people and we're going to plug some people into the calls and this and that. And I said, would you mind if I get Todd and Apostle Ambassador Taylor on the phone and we do a conference call? Because I knew where this was going. And he said, absolutely. So I said, what we need to do is, and then we put the game plan together. And today it's starting. So not only does he have a game plan and looking at going 4-star by the end of the month, he knows what to do, how to do it. And he's contacting people. He's probably going to have 20 to 30 people, anywhere 10 to 30 people on a call within at the top of the hour or close to the top of the hour in a few minutes. But matter of fact, I think we got to get going. I'm not sure what time is that call. We got to get, but my point is that we have a specific game plan. I've been on the phone with him every day. I know Deborah Taylor's been on the phone with him every day. He is pumped up, sending out emails, sending out texts. He's putting everything together and he knows he's got to create the energy. He knows this first 10, 15 days closing out this month, he's got to create the momentum if we're going to have enough to get through the end of this year to get him where he wants to go. So any of you that wants to hit a certain level, you can't play around with it. You just can't say, I want to do it. You have to say it, believe it, turn that goal into an obsession, get together with a leader, put together a game plan of emailing people, texting people, setting up live webinars, doing that not once, and then next week we don't hear from you or the week after. Every single week, every couple of days, we're doing that to create momentum. Anybody that does that and stays consistent doing it with the leaders, your life is going to change. This is a no-brainer comparative to anything Todd and Ryan that we've done in the past. It's not even close.
Hey, by the way, Daryl, I'm going to bring up a point to you. And Todd, remember this. Do you remember when I started my launch, what the months were when I started my launch? November, December.
Correct.
So anybody, Daryl, anybody who's
Ryan, we can't hear you unless it's us.
I'm hearing you, Ryan.
Yeah. I don't know where we're at, Daryl. Hopefully you're a little frozen. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but anyways,
Ryan, you sound good.
Yeah. Anyways, remember that, Todd?
No, so, hey guys, Ryan, one quick second. Todd, I'm going to drop because we got to get on there. It's starts in 4 minutes.
Okay.
So it's, I'll send you the email to get on there as well. All right. So sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Ryan.
Good enough. Yeah. November, December, Todd, I was building where people in the industry might say, oh, those are tough months. And remember, we were teaching people give away the gift of travel for the holidays.
Sure.
And we were showing, I didn't have very stories. I had one story. I was using other people's stories, and we created momentum based off of other people's stories, the holidays, setting yourself free, setting goals for the end of the year, rolling into the first of the year, where you could set yourself free, almost like end of the year, getting ready, going to get healthy, go to the gym. While wait till the first of the year, let's start right now. Funny thing as well, as you talked about, the first thing I wrote down, compensation plans, wide for show, deep for dough.
Yeah.
OMG. I mean, people in this, remember, 2 people, right? We need 2 people here. We sat down, we do meetings, we'd pull out this big sheet. Oh, you had to have 10 to 20 people front line to have true success. Wide for show, deep for dough. And then we did get to the 2-legged environment, but our biggest, best movement ever back then was a trinary. It was 3 legs.
Yes.
I was fortunate enough, Dave Hart, Kathy Coover, Debbie Foley / John McClellan, a lot of other guys along there, but I had my 3 legs, and that was brutal. 2 legs. I mean, it's the greatest compensation plan in the world. I've been in many, many binaries in my career, and 10% feels all warm and fuzzy, but you could have a leg of 20,000, Todd, growing every month. You're not getting paid off of that leg. Let's not forget the 10% is off the lesser leg as well. It's off the lesser leg. So, I mean, That number looked really good over there. And that was the thing that kind of, some people would get a little frustrated about. There is no frustration here. 2,000, done deal. Here you are. You're now a 2-star, and here's your numbers. Let's go. Let's hit the next one. So there is no compensation plan like this in America. So exciting, really, really exciting.
Yeah, and when you look at the growth of the direct sales industry, again, I mean, it's a $200 billion industry, 20 times the size of the National Football League. If I were to go back 7 years ago, it was about $180 billion industry, which means it's growing by more than 2 NFLs in just 7 years. I want you guys to think about that for a moment. The NFL is 101 years old. I mean, the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl is the only holiday that does not appear on the calendar. I want you to think about that. It is the only holiday that does not appear on the calendar. If you live in the United States, I know we have an international audience, but if you live in the United States, you could hey, let's do that. How about next Sunday? Oh, we can't. That's Super Bowl Sunday. Oh, that's right. Every company, everyone in the world knows, oh, that's Super Bowl Sunday. I mean, it doesn't show up on the calendar, but hey, that's Super Bowl Sunday. Can't do it then, right? Everybody knows that. It's the only event that does not show up on the calendar, but that's how big the National Football League is. It's Saturday, Sunday. You're going to see all the jerseys. The stadiums are packed. You can't, every other channel has got football, and more football. And as big as the NFL is, this direct selling industry has grown by more than 2 National Football Leagues in just the last handful of years. And the most prominent compensation program within that industry is the binary, where we pay 10% on one leg. My point, there's actually nothing wrong with that. It's actually a pretty good comp plan. But compared to Trevorium, you'll never go back. I mean, oh my gosh, I only get $200 a month versus I get $2,000 a month over here. I mean, why? I'm not going back to do that. Again, we're just doing things that have never been done. Even the rings. I mean, this might seem like a little thing, guys. It's not. When you go 2-star, 25 on the left, 25 on the right, the company is going to send you this ring. Mm-hmm. You're going to get a whole certificate. You're going to get the whole Trevorium box. You open it up and it's got the ring in there and the certificate of congratulations and the whole presentation, right? I mean, this ring was made by a jeweler. You can see the detail in it. It says Trevorium, 2-star director. They actually inscribe your name inside the ring. Your name is actually engraved inside the actual ring right there, right? You can see your own name. You hear the weight of it. You can tell by the way there's weight to this ring, right? Unbelievable. No company's ever sent out rings to somebody with 50 people on their team. That's Dave Hart. That's next level thinking. We always teach in this industry, man, recognition. Babies cry for it, but grown men die for it, right? I mean, that's a popular expression in our industry, meaning that the industry recognizes that people want to be recognized, right? The industry knows that. And yet they say, well, when you get 10,000 people, we'll give you a ring. Well, how many people you got doing that this week, right? But man, what if I could get to 50 people? Any one of you, in my belief, starting today with 0 could be there in 2 months to 6 months, right? Mm-hmm. Somewhere in that neighborhood. If you really turned it on, you could get that done. If you really decided that's what you wanted to do. If you got on the phone with Daryl, Maria, Ambassador Deborah Taylor, Ryan, me, whoever it is, if we pulled out every person you've ever known and we're going through and we're actually doing 3-way phone calls, right? You and me on the telephone talking to person after person after person. Trust me, somebody's getting signed up. Okay. And so, I mean, you just don't have to talk to that many people and tell the story before you're going to find people. Now, if you're doing it all on your own, that may not happen. You have to do the business the right way. But if you mentally decide to do it the right way, 3-way calls, you're going to go 2-star and you're going to get the ring. You're going to have the recognition. I'm just simply pointing out that this company is doing things and travel, recognition, compensation, and we are just getting started. Because again, I made this point last week. I don't know if I can make it enough. We came up with the world tours in November of 2019, 4 months before the pandemic started. We did some world tours during the pandemic. Okay. Company doubled in size, but you couldn't do the trainings because, I mean, everyone was like, whoa, Ryan, hey, good to see you, buddy. Keep your distance, right? Pandemic, right? You didn't have everybody hugging and training and high-fiving. You didn't have that energy, that connection with people that people so, crave and love. We didn't have that until the training we did in New Orleans. I see Mr. Tyrone Haynes on here. That's where he's from. In his hometown, we did not have that until late July of this year, which was 4 months ago. So you could argue this company, I know it's 10 years old, but you could argue the magic of what we're doing is 4 months old. I mean, we are literally just getting started. And sometimes you just appreciate where you're like, man, I'm here at the very beginning of this whole thing. I'm doing a meeting today later on for Damon, and him and his significant other are going to have a travel party, Ryan, at their house. I mean, how cool is that? They're inviting people over. She's cooking food. She gave me the whole menu. I'm like, man, I might show up in person. I mean, it sounds like we're eating good in the neighborhood, right? And so, I mean, anyway, they're inviting people over. You guys start doing this kind of stuff. Your businesses are going to go places you can't even begin to imagine, but you just have to stick with it. It doesn't necessarily happen overnight. There's a guy in our business, and he was a great guy. He had one huge leg. He sponsored a leader on the other side. Her name is Cynthia, and Cynthia Sly, fantastic leader. She was here for a couple of years. She enjoyed the travel, but she wasn't building. Her sponsor quit. Okay. He had one big leg over here, had Cynthia over here. He quit the business. She went to the event in New Orleans. She went 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. She's about to go 4-star. He would be a 6-figure earner right now if he had not quit. And that story is so commonplace in our industry. People quitting 3 feet from gold, people who are about to have their breakthrough and they quit. You just have to keep going and going and going. And part of that's this mental decision that I want to be here. I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to try until. Anytime you hear someone say, well, I'll give it 6 months. I mean, I don't get a good feeling. I get a good feeling when I hear people, but I don't care how long it takes me. I am going to get there. I'm going to be one of those people, whether it takes me 6 months, 6 years, or 6 decades, I'm going to do it. That's the person mentally that's ready to go make it happen. So Ryan, I know we're at the top of the hour. I'm going to give you the final word, my friend.
Buddy, thank you so much for reviewing the comp plan today. We haven't done that in a long time, and that's a big darn deal to do that. Excited about what's going on. We heard from Deborah Taylor earlier. She's got event after event after event going on, and that's what this business ends up being once you start to lead. Now, in today's world, Todd, we were doing 6, 7 events a week in the day. Events now are Zooms. Events now are 3-ways. Events now are evening calls that we do as a company, fireside chats on Sunday. The stories that are being told right now are our future. All you got to do is plug some of your people in. We just saw the videos today. Excuse me. Can you imagine calling someone and saying, listen, I'm going to send you a video. I'm in this travel club. I just went on a trip. I went to Cancun. I just came back from New Orleans. I just came back from France. You've seen the pictures. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm going to let this video tell you all about it because I want you to be on the next trip with me. Does that sound fair? Can I send you a video? Will you watch it? Tell me when you watch it and I'll send it to you. Wait a minute. I believe this company is designed exactly for you and your family.
Specifically designed.
Yes, specifically. There you go.
Specifically designed for people with no time. Specifically designed with people with no money. Specifically designed for people who are short. Specifically designed for people who are whatever, right?
Lee Deem just hit me up, man. Best training ever, man. What great people we got in this company. That's all I could say.
So I got to go hop on a Zoom with Daryl. I got a call for Troy and Beth. Give a shout out to Troy and Beth who've turned out the Jets big time this week. Congratulations to you guys. I know that we were coming over to your place. I know we got another Zoom. I got a call 11:30. We got the Zoom at 1. We got another Zoom at 3.
If you want me on that call with Daryl, send me the link. I'll meet you over there.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, everybody. Hey, look, it is Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday. We have the fireside chat with tomorrow night. I don't know if Ambassador Deborah Taylor is going to be on there or not because she's flying to Dubai, but we will have Pastor Mel Keys. I'll check in with him. See that when you line anybody else up. But tomorrow night we'll have the fireside chat, which is always one of the great hits of our week. But do not let the day go down without reaching out to 3 to 5 people and saying, hey, would you be open to taking a look? Don't use the word interested, right? In fact, I heard a great analogy for this just yesterday, Ryan. When Lee, I was talking to Lee Dean, about the movies. If Lee says, hey, I'm going to go see this movie, Ticket to Paradise, would you be interested in seeing it? I don't know. What's it about? I mean, how would I know if I'm interested? I've never seen the preview. So you got to be careful with using the word interested. Hey, would you be open to learn more about it? Well, yeah, I love the movies. So use the word open. Would you be open to learning more about what we're doing. Hey, we got some incredible things going on. I mean, you won't believe it. Hey, would you be open to seeing what we're doing? Would you be open to taking a look at the video? I mean, use the word open, right? That's yeah, I'd be open to seeing that. We just want to get a dialogue started. Don't let the day go down without creating some dialogue with 3 to 5 brand new people today. Get some videos out, do some 3-ways. If you've not done a 3-way phone call, I want to challenge you. Do a 3-way phone call with your sponsor and your spouse. Do a 3-way phone call with your sponsor and their sponsor. Do a 3-way phone call with your sponsor and me. I know we don't have any prospects. Just practice doing a 3-way call. Okay. I mean, that way you know how to click the buttons. You'd be surprised how many people have never done it. That's how that works. I've had people that have been like Slavic, and I give him credit for actually admitting he'd actually been in the industry 18 years, never did a 3-way call till recently, ever. He didn't know. And so it's like, I mean, again, I see people all the time that like, wow, that's all I had to do. Just get somebody on the phone with somebody else. And don't ask for permission. You don't have to ask for permission. I mean, if you ever call me, I'm constantly connecting to other people. I mean, in fact, remember the other day, Ryan, we did back to back, right? It was like one moment I had somebody on the phone with Daryl, and somebody else called. I had somebody else on the phone. Like, I mean, we really went back to back 3-ways. I mean, people are calling me. I just hit answer, connect. Hey, yo, Ryan, say hi to Bob. Bob, say hi to Ryan. Hold on real quick. Click. Hey, say hi to Tatiana. So I just connect people, right? And again, the more you connect people with other people, the more exciting it gets. Hey, guys, have a great day and God bless. Bye, everybody.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.